Most of those horrible scratches you see on a badly maintained paint surface starts with dirt.
Dirt particles may be microscopic and seem insignificant, but in essence, each of them is just a smaller, broken down piece of large stone or rock. Basically, a hard, sharp-edged material that will scratch your clear coat if it isn't managed properly during the wash process.
Swells, scratches and other blemishes aren't caused by the dirt collecting there, but from improperly removing during the wash process. To allow that dirt to travel across your paint without scratching it, we need lubrication.
When we mix water and soap, we create a solution that firstly softens and lifts that dirt. Then the foam created acts like a soft bed or layer for that dirt to be carried off with minimal contact with the paint.
The more lubrication we have, the more we are reducing that potential damage. Allowing that lubrication to do its job properly is why we wash our cars in the shade. A hot paint surface will only dry up that solution and make it ineffective.
Also, if your final water rinse dries before you've used the drying towel, you'll end up with nasty water spots.
If you don't have a shady spot, wash your car at either the start or the end of the day when it's cooler. Generally, the wheels are the dirtiest and most contaminated part of the car. So start here instead of splashing all those contaminants across your freshly washed paint at the end. Sticking with the wheels, have dedicated tools for your wheels.
The brake dust that collects on the wheels is literally small microscopic bits of metal. There is no way we'd want any of this to go near our paint. So cut that potential out altogether by having a bucket, tools and cloths that are only used on your wheels.
If you wash your car with a sponge or brush, just throw these out now. These just drag dirt across your paint surface, causing scratches, and it's just not worth risking your expensive paintwork because we only want to spend $1 on a sponge. A water blade, chamois or a normal beach towel during the drying stage do the exact same thing.
Microfiber contains looped fibres that help lift and carry dirt particles off the surface, reducing the risk of surface scratching. The extra cost is worth it if you care about your paint.
So by having plenty of lubricant on the car and a decent microfiber wash mitt, we've made a good start. But when we have finished our first panel, all we've really done is transfer dirt from one place to another. If we moved on, we'd just be taking that dirt to the next panel. If we dip this mitt back into our wash solution, we'd only be moving the dirt from the mitt to inside the bucket, leaving it to be collected on the next pass, where it will just end up right back on the paint.
So even though you have removed dirt from your car, remember it is always present in your wash cycle and you need to manage it.
And this is where the 2-bucket system comes in.
One bucket is your typical wash solution. The other is just water. And this bucket's sole purpose is to rinse and collect all the dirt we've taken off your vehicle, keeping the wash solution as clean, fresh and as free from dirt as possible. After each pass, we dip our mitt into the rinse bucket. Agitate to remove all the collected dirt, in this case with a grit guard. And now we have a fresh, clean mitt to go in our fresh, clean wash bucket before moving to the next panel.
So that's the 2-bucket system. But of course, we actually have a third, for the wheels only.
That third bucket is all about reducing the chances of paint damage via cross-contamination. Another example is having 2 mitts. One primary mitt for the top half of the car and one for the bottom and rear areas, which generally have greater concentrations of dirt. The theory is that it keeps the primary mitt cleaner and less tired for those same panels in your next washes.
Other examples are having microfiber towels for designated purposes.
One for paint, one for drying, one for interior, one for glass.
If a towel hits the ground, forget about it. Don't pick it up with all the dirt it collected along with it and go using it on your car's surfaces.
Likewise, washing your car in a dirty workspace will only create the inevitable.
And of course, at the end of your wash, rinse and clean all your buckets, tools and towels thoroughly, so you don't start your next wash with dirt before you've even begun. Like the cheap sponge, another common misunderstood mistake is using normal detergents.
These are great for stripping fats and grease off plates, but they are no good for maintaining a paint surface regularly. A good wash solution is aggressive enough to break down build-up, while leaving the layers of wax and sealants from previous washes alone.
Specialists rather than general products can also improve and optimise your process.
Our wheel cleaner, for example, is designed specifically to attack iron fallout or brake dust in a way that wash solution couldn't be as effective at.
The right products make a difference to your wash, but we've put this last on the list because the truth is that it won't matter how good the products you use are if we don't apply the tips and techniques we've talked about.